Hello, my name is Dabai. In this video, I'm going to briefly go through the basics of macroeconomics. I try to present the topic as simply as I can. But before we start, please remember to hit the like button and subscribe to my channel, thank you. In the first episode of this video series, we will cover the following. Definition of macroeconomics. Importance of studying macroeconomics. And basic concepts and principles of macroeconomics. One definition of macroeconomics is that macroeconomics is a branch of economics that studies how an overall economy, like consumers, businesses, markets, and governments, behaves. In addition, macroeconomics studies economy-wide phenomena, such as inflation, price level, economic growth, national income, gross domestic product, GDP, and changes in unemployment. We will go through these terms in more detail later. Okay, now you must be wondering, why is it important to study and know macroeconomics? I will show you 5 reasons. The first one is understanding the economy. Macroeconomics provides insights into how economies function, including how they produce, distribute, and consume goods and services. It helps us understand the factors that shape the overall performance and health of an economy, such as GDP growth, employment, and inflation. Second reason why it is good to understand or study macroeconomics is policymaking. Macroeconomic concepts and principles are used to develop and implement economic policies by governments and central banks. This includes fiscal policies, such as government spending, taxation, and monetary policies, such as interest rates, money supply, that impact the economy at a national level. And the third reason is decision-making. Businesses, households, and individuals make economic decisions that are influenced by macroeconomic factors, such as investment decisions, employment choices, and consumption patterns. Understanding macroeconomics helps individuals and organizations make informed decisions in the face of changing economic conditions. The reason number 4 for studying macroeconomics or understanding it is interconnectedness. Macroeconomics helps us understand how different sectors of the economy are interconnected, both nationally and globally. Changes in one sector can have ripple effects on other sectors, and macroeconomic analysis provides a framework for understanding these interdependencies. And the fifth reason is societal impact. Macroeconomic policies and outcomes have significant implications for society, including income distribution, poverty levels, and overall well-being. By studying macroeconomics, we can better understand and address societal issues related to economic performance and stability. Next, we will go through very briefly the basic concepts and principles of macroeconomics, which provide a fundamental understanding of how the economy as a whole works. Don't worry if you don't understand everything right away. We will go through the individual points in more detail in future videos. At first, we start with the GDP. Gross Domestic Product. GDP is the total value of all goods and services produced within a country's borders during a specific period of time, usually 1 year, or a quarter, or a month. It is a fundamental measure of the size and health of an economy. Next one is aggregate demand, AD, and aggregate supply, AS. AD represents the total demand for goods and services in an economy at a given price level, while AS represents the total supply of goods and services at a given price level. The interaction between AD and AS determines the equilibrium level of output and price in the economy. And then we have an inflation. Inflation refers to the rate at which the general level of prices for goods and services rises over time. It is an important macroeconomic indicator that affects purchasing power, interest rates, and investment decisions. And the fourth one is unemployment. Unemployment measures the percentage of the labor force that is actively seeking employment but unable to find jobs. It is a key indicator of the health of the labor market and the overall economy. And the fifth one is fiscal policy. Fiscal policy involves the use of government spending and taxation to influence the economy. Expansionary fiscal policy, such as increased government spending or tax cuts, aims to stimulate economic growth. While contractionary fiscal policy, such as reduced government spending or tax increasements, aims to cool down an overheating economy. Next, we have the monetary policy. Monetary policy is the use of central bank tools, such as interest rates, reserve requirements, and open market operations, to influence the money supply and credit conditions in an economy. It is aimed at controlling inflation, managing economic growth, and maintaining financial stability. Next we have business cycle. The business cycle refers to the cyclical fluctuations in economic activity, including periods of expansion, peak, contraction, and trough. Understanding the business cycle is crucial for analyzing the ups and downs of the economy and formulating appropriate policy responses. Next, we have international trade. International trade is the exchange of goods and services across borders. It is an important aspect of macroeconomics as it affects economic growth, employment, and international relations. After that, we have economic growth and development. Economic growth refers to the increase in the production and consumption of goods and services over time, while economic development encompasses a broader range of factors, including social and institutional changes. Both are critical for understanding the long-term performance and well-being of an economy. Finally, we have economic indicators. There are various economic indicators, such as GDP, inflation rate, unemployment rate, consumer price index, and trade balance, that provide important data for analyzing the health and performance of an economy. Thank you for watching. In next video, the topic will be measuring macroeconomic performance. We will go through, for example, GDP and its components, unemployment rate and types of unemployment, inflation rate and types of inflation, other macroeconomic indicators, such as consumer price index and labor force participation rate. If you'd like to see more of these videos, please hit the like button and subscribe my channel. See you next time.